What's going on, guys? It's Micah here, and I'm with our month two business update. This is structured a little bit differently. It's going to be more like a business meeting or a business reflection rather than the sewn together style that was the first video. Mainly because I didn't have much footage from this month because a lot of it, there's just no footage to be had because it's a lot of just admin and background stuff. So first off, we're gonna jump straight in and go through our sheet, and I'll explain everything and kind of what the next steps are, and our new goals that we set. So we're gonna go ahead and get started in our random expenses. I think last month the only new expense we occurred was business cards. I got a new business cards that I send out one with every order. It's got name, logo, themed. It's got a QR code that brings you to my link tree. That's got my TikTok, my eBay page, Patreon, YouTube, the whole shebang on there. So far I've spent $357 on non card related expenses, just things that a business needs. Hopping into our sealed product. This is our newest sheet here. So our um, our sealed products went really well. We've already sold out of our Japanese boxes, which I only got 7 because that's what the capital I had available for. So between the 7 boxes, I did open one because I wanted to get some Japanese singles. Didn't get much luck from that. But then I sold 4 and I traded 2, and I took in, I think, around 80% trade value in on it, so I made a little bit extra. And then I actually placed another order last night, which is that 1 month marker for $709, which I believe I bought 11 boxes, 3 Battle Partners, 2 Shiny Treasure, 2 Cell Miracle, 2 Crimson Haze, 2 Wild Force, and 1 Heat Wave Arena. I was hesitant to get in on Heat Wave Arena just because it's brand new, so I bet the market's going to go down, but there's really just no telling. But the margin on it is about $27 right now. So even if that drops down to 20, that's still clearing plenty of room. It's still the highest margin item. So grand total across, I guess, this whole month I've spent just under $1,200 on inventory. Hopping into our singles, this is everything that we've sold. This is everything from month 1. Excuse me. So in a month 1, we sold 275-ish dollars worth of just raw singles, and then I think technically the Sylveon sold in this month, and that sold on eBay for 13. I ended up getting 13.48 out of it, and then after the cost of grading, I was left with about 12.78 of profit out of that. But excluding our outlier and our Sylveon, we have cleared our number in month 2, and my goal is to 1.5x everything, whether it's inventory, sales. My number that I'm looking at is 1.5, and I know that 1.5 is going to take a hit in some areas, so I may not be able to 1.5 everything, but as long as I'm 1.5ing something and still maintaining other areas, then I'm okay with that. So I took a little bit of a hit in the raw singles because I'll get into this later. But if we go into our collections, this is everything that I buy. So I think this month I bought, starting from column or row 5, I traded my raw Sylveon for a prismatic Pokemon Center ETB, some cash, and a poster collection because I wanted to open all of them, and then I wanted to grade the EV promo card inside of it because those are going for a good amount of money right now. So I just want to get that graded, and that way I have 2, one maybe to sell, one to hold on to, or sell both. So I did that one. I got $55 out of the trade after shipping costs to that person. I bought my first Facebook collection for $50. Still I got done processing that yesterday, and because USPS has been absolutely so slow, it took like a week and a half for this to get in, and it's like a 5 hour drive from here. Um, I bought some singles off Discord for $165. That's still not in. I bought these like 2 days apart, and this one's coming from California, so that it's taken quite a bit of time. And then this Facebook meetup was for 95 singles. I spent $200, but we met up, and so I got that all done and inventoried, and I came out looking pretty good percentage wise because he just wanted to move it super fast, and he just threw a number out, and I said sure, and we went from there. So then hopping into our inventory page before we get into our overview sheet, I've got no sealed product left. Whenever my Japanese boxes get in, I'll mark it there, and then what the value of every box is, and that's why my inventory looks so low. Is because I literally just spent the money yesterday, so I'm not that worried about what the numbers look like just yet. I can get a better judge of it after I get those boxes in and put a value to them. And then for singles that are 50 cents ish, it's I've got about $120 worth. These are just random EXs, Vs, V stars that I didn't want to take the time to inventory, so to speak. Mainly because they were locked up into a deal and the guy backed out of it, so they're already boxed up ready to go. Anyways, then I've got these. I've got less than $2, 2 to 9, but a lot of $2 to $9 cards. And then the breakdown of everything is over here. So $2 to $9, I've got $261 worth of cards. 87 of my cards come in that $2 to $9 range. So I've got a feeling I'll end up putting some lots up or putting it up for trades and trying to get some higher value cards just because they'll move a little quicker. But I'm not completely sold on that yet. And then these are all the cards that I have pulled aside for grading. Some of them are actually, they got to PSA yesterday. I sent 5 cards in yesterday, and some are still sitting on my desk right here. And there is an error card that I pulled. It's a Raulu Master Ball. It's like double foiled. So I'm still going back and forth whether or not to grade that with CGC or not. I don't know if it'd be worth it. So I'm holding on to that for a minute. So half of these are already out with PSA getting graded, and then the other half is sitting right here. And actually, I'm missing one Pokemon Center Eevee, so my inventory is actually a little bit higher. But all the value and then the PSA 10 value is just kind of fun to look at. Every one of these cards would grade a PSA 10, which I wouldn't submit them if I didn't think that they had a chance. The Eevee centering, not the greatest, but I figured it was worth a shot to get them graded because if they grade a 10, then I think they're like $650, $700 at the time of recording this, so I figured it was worth a shot. And then finally, going into our Big Daddy overview sheet, we've got our goals. We've got this is our month marker. That way I can keep track of it because everything here is kind of based on formulas like this total profit. Everything here is pulled from different sheets, so this is one of the only static numbers on this overview page. So this is just for me to keep track. So I did get a little bit more money than month one, but I lost out on a lot of inventory. But like I said, I just spent $700 on Japanese product. That's not factored into the inventory value, but it is factored into the total profit because I already put it in there. And then also the Sylveon was never factored in my inventory, but that's a non-factor anyways. My liquidity, just where all my money is at right now. Some of these numbers are a little thrown off because I had some cards sell today that I didn't include because I didn't want to change it from yesterday because that's our month marker. So I've got about $130 to play around with. As far as buying collections, which really isn't anything, so I'll probably be on the save unless I find a super good deal. I've got $334 in PayPal, but I have to hold about $200 of that from the cards being graded. And then I've got 94, which now it's more on hold on eBay, and then $7 cash. So whatever. So total profit, we're still in the hole, $109. But as I said in our last video, that means that technically we are up about 300 because we started 400 in the hole. So we're still making, we still made profit in totality, but I'm not pulling any money out. Everything is being dumped straight back into the business. So this number will just continue to go up and then drop and then go up and then drop and then go up and then drop. And then these are our goals. 1.5x single sales month to month, grow inventory size while maintaining cash flow, get better at sourcing cards to increase buy power, and then by month 6, I want to hit $5,000 of total inventory value. And that's a very lofty goal, and I kind of did that before doing the math. But I figured if I could, shoot for the stars, if I hit the moon, it's fine. And so, with that being said, all of these kind of go hand in hand, but not all are possible at the same time. So if I'm wanting to grow my inventory size, I'll have to get better at sourcing. But then if I increase my buy power, my inventory value is going to suffer because I'll be spending that money rather than hoarding on the inventory value. And so it's kind of just that tango of trying to figure out how much liquidity do I want to have and how much do I want to have in inventory. How much can I roll over and just kind of keep a ball rolling steadily? That's just kind of the dance that I'm finding myself in and trying to figure out, and I'm sure everybody is just in business. This right here is a really important goal for me. This line in particular is the most important for me because that 1.5x month to month is the target here, and this is how much I've spent on Japanese orders. I spent $439 on my first order, and then everything is formulated. So my target goal was $613. Well, I spent $710 because I had some free capital, and I think I threw in like the Heatwave Arena box. Like I just had extra, so I was like, yes, I'll throw that in there because I had somebody asking me about it, so I know that it's gonna sell, and it's just crazy popular. So I know that it's gonna go. And so this kind of bolstered the other numbers because I was able to throw an extra nearly $100 into Japanese inventory, which is crazy because it's just on one box. And so the goal next time for ordering is this $1,000 marker. That's what I would order next time. Now, I'm not going to make profit enough on the Japanese boxes alone to order that amount. So I'll have to supplement from selling singles and bolster my Japanese inventory because I can get rid of that quick and I can get rid of that local without fees and take in trades on top of that. I'll have to use singles to bolster this account, and that's kind of what I did here. So I think I worked it out. I can make like $150 off of spending $700 on current market prices, and of course those are going to move and fluctuate. I've got 3 battle partner boxes. Who knows that's gonna happen? Those are probably gonna go down a little bit, and I'm charging like I'm competitive, so like I'm not overcharging any box. Everything's market value or maybe $1 or $2 less. Heatwave Arena, who knows what's going to happen with that set? It could go up, it could go down, it could set the same. There's really no telling. So if I can hit this 1,000 marker, this number, why I said this is so important is because at month 4, if I can get to this $1,500 marker is when I start getting discounts from my supplier. I don't know how big of a discount it is. I hope it's substantial. At least 10% would be nice. That gives me an extra 10% of profit margin that I can throw onto a box. And so then I feel like once I hit this number, all of these become a little bit easier to hit because I'm able to roll profit in. And then I've got a bunch of other ideas to do with Japanese products as far as, making mystery packs or selling individual packs online or like in a TikTok shop. But I just don't have the margin to sell online yet because I don't have the discounts to be able to do that. So right now I'm focused on building up Japanese quantity. That's kind of my goal is quantity because there's not enough margin in there for me not to try to build quantity. Excuse me. Because if we go here, battle partners, I'm making around $20 a box, which is really, really good. But on these other boxes where I'm making 15, 13, and who knows where all of the market's going to go on all of these. And if somebody buys multiple, like I'll cut them a deal since they're buying multiple boxes. So it cuts into my margin, but that's just because I'm selling multiple boxes. So getting that discount would really help increase those margins because at this quantity, like if I sell everything here, I could probably buy another what box, another couple boxes, and add on a couple boxes at a time, and a couple boxes at a time. Now, granted, this is all in 1 month, so I do have it scaled from month to month, but I ordered these about 2 weeks apart, and it took me a week to, I mean, a week or less to sell all of these boxes. So, I mean, if it takes me a week to get rid of these, then I'm looking at rolling the ball even sooner. And if I can turn over that, I have no problem with the quantity just because the turnover rate is super, super quick. But I think the problem would come in at the trades because, I have to sell the singles on eBay. That takes at least a week for the money to come in. So it's just no telling. So I'll leave us with this. We're still in the hole 108. Not really. Things are going really, really good right now. Progress is being made at a rapid pace. My inventory has grown. My outreach has grown. I've made so many network connections. I'm not great on the social media thing. That needs to become another goal. Is just being more available on social media. But I think realistically, with the demand in my area and just kind of networking, I could really see myself putting a store in the next few years in my area. It's gonna take time, and hopefully sooner than later would be great. But I also know that good things take time, and sometimes booming isn't the greatest because you don't have that foundation. So building the foundation is gonna take time, but I know that once we can put, the house up, we can make everything fancy inside the house. So uh, that's all. I'm waiting on my Japanese orders. That's kind of the next big thing, and I'm probably gonna do weekly updates from now on because waiting month to month, I'll do this style week to week, but going month to month is just a lot to keep track of. And I think that's one thing that killed my motivation to post in general was because I'm storing so many things that are recorded that I just lose track of, that I forget that I have, that I just get a little lazy, just to be honest. Like I'd rather just focus on the business stuff or sorting the cards and reaching out to people to sell stuff rather than doing the background social media stuff and editing. I hate editing. So I'll end up posting something like this probably week to week. You may see some shorts of just like order packing and maybe like little minor updates of like changes here, what the room looks like, because I've done a lot of changes with the room. Uh, so be looking week to week, probably from now on, maybe week and a half, but month to month is really gonna be difficult for me to handle. So I'm gonna try to do week to week, as backwards as that sounds. But there's just a lot less content to get across, and I can make shorter videos and more engaging videos at that same time. So thank you guys for watching. Check out all the links in the description. Got Patreon, TikTok. Check out my eBay store if you want to help support the channel and get something out of it. Buying those singles would be great. You can see my new business cards because I'm sending those with this. That's pretty sick. And I'll see you guys next time.